Hey everybody, this short video is designed to show you how to use Google Calendar, which is an extremely useful organizational tool for this and any other class or life in general. So first of all, I want to show you that, see, I've set up calendars for each of my different classes and various other things that I do. You can also add your own calendars by going over here to my calendars and creating a new calendar. This app is found, you can download the app on your phone just like you would Hangouts or Drive or Docs or any of the other Google apps. But you can find it also online once you have logged into your Google account by going over here, and you should see it on the home page. If not, it'll be just like the initial look on Hangouts where you click more down here and it'll appear on the next page. Anyway, so you want to open Calendar. And I'm just going to start by showing you some of the calendars. Now, I haven't set up the calendar for all of my classes yet, but here's the calendar for my class schedule, for example. Okay, including office hours, classes I'm taking myself, personal things, and so on, doctor's appointments, and so on. Okay, so you can set these up, and you can also set these up with notifications. So, for example, let's say I want to do a notification to remind myself to show up for office hours. Okay, if I go into here, I can go down here and I can set up a notification. And I can set this up either as a notification, which you will get in your Google Calendar. If you have Google Calendar installed on your phone, it'll pop up on your home page, on your screen, on your phone. Or you can have it sent to you as an email. Either way, you can set up notifications, and you can have multiple notifications as reminders to yourself. I use this all the time because my brain is mush half the time, and so I send myself multiple reminders to remind myself of when things are happening. This is a very useful tool, and I strongly recommend you use it. Okay. You will also see, I'm going to go over here to my English 203 calendar because I have already set this up. But you'll see that I have all of the deadlines for assignments. All of the deadlines are 11:30 or 11:59 really every day. These are reminders to me that I'm probably going to be grading papers the next day because assignments are due at midnight. Okay, again, this would be very useful to you because you could include these dates yourself. Now, that said, once I have these dates added to the calendar for your course, I am going to share that calendar with you. Okay, so let's go, once again, we'll go into the English 218 calendar for now, and we will open this up and you can click on Share this calendar. Now, all of you are going to be sending me a Google Hangout message, right? When you finish your social network completion setup, I want you to also message me what your Gmail address is. Okay, whichever address it is that you linked to Google Drive to set up all of your Google accounts. Likely it will be a Gmail address. I got grandfathered in with this address before they required you to use a Gmail account, so I don't have a Gmail account for this, but you'll probably be using a Gmail account. Send me that address, because as soon as you send that to me, I will share the calendar for this course with you, and then you'll have my calendar and the schedule of when things are due. It's going to be very useful. Now, as I've already said, as you read from the syllabus, there's going to be a lot of collaboration in this class. Well, the calendar is a great way to keep everybody on task. Okay, so for example, let's say you have an assignment that is due. We'll go over to, well, you'll see here in my 203 calendar that everybody has to have set up a Hangout because they're going to be working on a Unit 2 assignment together. All right, and then the deadline for that is on Monday the 12th. Well, let's say one person is assigned the task of compiling everybody's answers to the song analyses. Okay, great, but that means they need some time to get it submitted, so maybe they set a deadline for the 11th for everyone to have those done so they can then compile them and submit them as an assignment. Fantastic. Well, if you set up a calendar and keep communicating on Hangouts, you can add that date to September 11th as a reminder to everyone that they need to have that in by that time. Okay? So this is basically how calendar works, and you can set up multiple calendars over here. I strongly recommend doing this for all of your classes because you can have a number of calendars or notifications and reminders about when you have to get stuff done. You can set up reminders of when you need to go to work. You can set up reminders of when you need to pick up the kids. You can set up all these reminders. It's a way to avoid losing track of things. And I use it religiously just because it is so useful for this task. Otherwise, I'd be lost. So your job for me initially, okay, is to make sure that you go in here, you look at the calendar, okay, you see how it works, okay, because I will, and then once you do, I will share with you the calendar for this course, okay, and then you'll be able to see all the deadlines. Don't use the calendar in Canvas. Let me repeat that. Do not use the calendar in Canvas. The problem with the calendar in Canvas is that it makes you navigate to things outside of modules, and my course is set up with modules. If you navigate to things outside of modules, you will get confused. The modules are set up in the order in which things need to be completed. The calendar isn't. Okay, so you have to use modules. If you want to look up when something is due, use the Google Calendar that I share with you. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you guys. Bye.